he strikes. Start as you mean to go on.
But this is the danger of the top two guys, and that nuclear weapon that is.
Whoa, hello, goodbye.
Score!
In the back of the net.
And shoots, score!
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on DAZN.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Going deep, far off, Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Your Eagles are world champions again.
DAZN is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going.
Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
The road to greatness is long, but greatness isn't just forged from within. It has to be proven on the greatest stage of all.
The hype is real.
This is the moment we have all been waiting for.
Let's go,
I'm just so happy that the old gang is back together.
You haven't aged a day. You've aged like a million days. That's this many.
Your fingers smell like genitals.
Ghostface is still killing folks.
Someone's cleaning those handprints off the mirror, and it isn't me.
I can't feel my face.
You cook, son.
Scary movie, June 5th.
The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
Fighters are ready. The boxing world is ready.
The fight starts now.
Let's go.
How do you like it? On the show.
So aggressive, so focused.
It all comes down to this. Press conference live on DAZN.
They said that this wouldn't happen in Egypt, but it is. It certainly is happening, and it certainly is a spectacular backdrop as well. Glory in Giza, we're at the press conference. The Grand Egyptian Museum will host something very spectacular in the next 30 seconds or so. I'm Adi Oladipo on stage with a couple of really serious heavy hitters here. Former world title challenger Malik Scott and former K1 and Strikeforce champion Alistair Overeem. And a couple of heavy hitters have just entered the building as well. There you go, look at that face-off. Oleksandr Usyk, Rico Verhoeven. Now that's a serious face-off. That's the face-off of two guys that haven't tasted defeat for many, 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 many years and don't expect to taste defeat on Saturday. Alistair, as you see that, you're seeing Rico here. He looks focused, he looks ready to go.
Very focused, definitely has a plan to win. He's coming to win. And he has actually showed his entire calm, composed. Yeah. Looking fit.
They've had a couple of face-offs. They had one yesterday, Malik, in front of the pyramids. That one seemed more intense, I guess, because we are counting down the hours now to when these guys start to throw leather. And I feel like both of them understand now the magnitude of what is in front of them.
Yes, and you have to realize, as big as this is, the scenery, the opponent, the magnitude of Usyk fighting the kickboxer king, basically, is just another day at the office for him. But he's intense. He's not taking Rico lightly at all, and I plan on seeing him doing a great job on Saturday.
It is an incredible backdrop, isn't it? It really is. And look at Oleksandr Usyk. Always dresses to impress, doesn't he? Always has a different type of outfit now. Would never just come in a normal suit. That isn't really
not at all.
his
Tons
thing,
of taste.
is it? Yeah.
Tons of taste he has. He's a one-of-a-kind individual. Even the way he speaks, even the way he moves, like he's a universe. Everyone is attracted to him. And, you know, everyone loved this guy. He's the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. And usually when the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world is known as that, he's not considered the best fighter fighter in the world. No, Usyk is the heavyweight champion of the world, and he's the best fighter in the world. So Rico has his hands full.
Alistair, before we throw it down, from a kickboxing perspective, what's the kickboxing fraternity saying about what they're expecting on Saturday? Is everyone behind Rico? Is everyone expecting Rico to maybe cause one of the biggest upsets, not just in boxing, in sport?
I do know that the kickboxing world is very proud of Rico. He is on a stage that very few have accomplished. They're behind him, but the mountain is very high, as everybody realizes.
Yeah, the crowd, by the way, has really swelled here. All the world's media and press are here as well, ready to get this press conference underway. Let's throw it down to the greatest MC of them all, Mr. Michael Buffer.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Grand Egyptian Museum for the final press conference for Glory in Giza. An evening of world-class professional boxing for your entertainment. And it's all on Saturday, May 23rd, live from the pyramids of Giza, Egypt. We will turn the page to a new chapter in the history of the sport of boxing with our main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing for the universally recognized heavyweight championship of the world. And it's all presented by the Bible of Boxing, The Ring, Sella, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, Gold Star Promotions, and Ready to Fight. And our great sponsors for this evening, White Bit, Scary Movie, Box Raw, and Just Eat. Big thanks to our very special partners in sponsorship. Now, this event is sold out, but everyone worldwide can see it live on DAZN, exclusively worldwide. That's on DAZN. Go to DAZN.com to purchase it, DAZN.com. So, ladies and gentlemen, the main event of the evening, Saturday night, 12 rounds of boxing for the heavyweight championship of the world. Let's meet challenger and champion. First, from Haasteren, Netherlands, the challenger, an international combat sports legend. From 2013 to just a few months ago when he vacated the title, he was undefeated in the ring. So, ladies and gentlemen, presenting at this time to the stage, the former undisputed kickboxing heavyweight world champion, the king of kickboxing, Rico Verhoeven. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, he captured Olympic gold in 2012. He comes to us from Kiev, Ukraine, and he's fighting for all the Ukrainians around the world. His professional record is a perfect one. 24 fights, 24 victories, 15 big wins by knockout. He's a two-division world champion, the former undisputed, undefeated cruiserweight world champion, the reigning, defending ring, World Boxing Council, World Boxing Association, universally recognized, undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to turn it over to our host. He is the new SJA award winner. The presenter is Mr. Jamie Ward.
Thank you, Michael Buffer. the greatest in the house, Mr. Michael Buffer. As always, thank you for the introduction, and a very good evening, everybody. A good evening to everyone who has travelled over, made the trip here to Cairo, Egypt, to cover and report on a very historic night of boxing coming our way on Saturday night, and of course an extended welcome to all those who join us around the world. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you. And the reason I address you like that is because I have no doubts that on Saturday night, the entire world of sports and combat sports in particular will have their eyes on Cairo in Egypt as two kings from their respective discipline, two kings from their respective craft meet in the boxing ring, two modern-day legends collide on ancient land in the shadow of the Great Pyramids of Giza here in Egypt. It is Oleksandr Usyk versus Rico Verhoeven for the World Heavyweight Championship, and it's all live exclusively around the world, only on DAZN. Just before we hear from the fighters and the many familiar faces up here on the top table this evening, we now give a warm welcome to the man whose incredible vision has brought boxing fans some of the most historic fight nights in recent history, and indeed all history of this wonderful sport, including this Saturday's history-making event here in Egypt. Please give a warm welcome to His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, I thank everyone to come here in this special event, in this special conference for the first time in this special place. One of the most beautiful museums in the world. I thank the manager of the museum, Dr. Ahmed, and all who's working here in the museum to give us this opportunity to do this special conference for the special event we have today. First of all, I want to thank the Crown Prince, Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz, Hafidhullah. You need to know something important. We cannot do what we do in boxing as a Riyadh season, as a ring, as a Saudi Federation of Boxing without his vision and without his support and without his trust. I think you see what's the revolution of boxing happening in the last 3-4 years, and how many undisputed fights have, how many big fights the fans dream about. These fighters became like a brother for me. I care about them. I feel what they suffered, and I try my best to do everything for them. For that, this event is special. This event is different. The idea became from one close friend. He's a famous actor, Jonathan Statement, and he said to me, and show me, when we are in Vegas in the big fight between Crawford and Canelo, a video, 2 minutes, show me this man, and he say he think he have a chance to be one of amazing fighters in boxing, like what he do in his legacy in kickboxing. I like the idea. For that, also, I want to thank this great legend to give us this opportunity and accept this challenge. This is important. For that, I think with my team to do this event in special place, because we are special sport. We are sport from more than 7,000 years, and we care about our sports. For that, we came to place that history beginning from more than 7,000 years. You are after tomorrow have event in place thousands of years, and people go around it. Special place for the first time have like this kind of event in this kind of unique place. I don't want to talk about example about another people thinking about places that is iconic, but nothing like this ever will be happy. Before and after, without us and without Sila and without the Ring Magazine and without DAZN. I thank and have a special thank to the President of Egypt, Mr. Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, God bless him, and his support to give us this opportunity and to give us all the support, logistic support to do this event in this amazing place. President Abdel Fattah, thank you from my heart, and I hope on Saturday we deliver to Egypt one of the biggest events in history of boxing. What can I say to you? I want big fights on Saturday, but for 6 times I see this man beating all the champions of England. Maybe in this time we have a different chance to see something different, and maybe not. Let's see. I promise you, and I promise Rico now, winning or losing, that he will continue with us in special events in the future. It will be a pleasure for us to have him again with us because he's a champion, he's a legend, and it is an honor to have him with us in the future card, winning or losing. Of course, the price will be different if you win, of course. And about this legend, I get bothered dreaming someone beat him all the times. For that, I will not think until I see Saturday what he have still in his inside. We are planning for something now to give to Usyk in the future. We are thinking, and I know he doesn't want to talk about the future, but we are planning, and I want to give you a small secret. We are planning to do something amazing in Istanbul. Heard us, the people in Istanbul and the government in Istanbul, to do something amazing near Hagia Sophia next year, inshallah. The last things I want to say, and because Egypt is very special for me, and I want the reporters and the journalists from Egypt to hear me write well and get very attention about what I'm saying now. We finished today something between us and Mr. Hisham Talat and Sila, special surprise for Egypt in next year, about some events, sports events next year. It will be one of the biggest events in sport of history of Egypt in the last 100 years, for sure. We will announce it soon, something incredible, and it will be something amazing. We are in the process now to take the permission and the God blessing from Mr. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and the government here, and in the right time we will announce it. I hope you're enjoying, inshallah, what we are doing in Saturday. Imagine we are building everything from scratch, Sila and Al-Muttahida here in Egypt, building everything from scratch for this event. Good luck for the two legends, and I hope to see a great fight in Saturday, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We cannot wait for Saturday night. Promises to be so special.
I have a video for 2 minutes for the father of Eddie. It's an amazing video. I want to Eddie to one time to hear it. I will send it to Eddie to give him motivation, you know, to take lesson from his father.
What do you think about that, Eddie Hearn? Eddie, do you need motivation from Barry for this?
I'm so happy he's finally been up here speaking. That was a great speech, and now we can get started. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Okay, let's hear, before we work our way down the respective tables, I think it's right to go straight to the fighters, both sides of the main event, the great Oleksandr Usyk and the great Rico Verhoeven as well. Oleksandr, I want to come to you first. You've been in this sport for so many years. You've boxed in amazing arenas and stadiums all around the world. You've never boxed beside the Great Pyramids of Giza. I just wonder, for you, how does it feel and what does this mean to be a part of such a historic event like this on Saturday night?
Hi everyone. Today for me, great day, press conference. But first, this is my religion celebrity who believe Jesus Christ. Today, the ascension of the Lord. Congratulations. I'm happy to be here. For me, it's first time. You know, it's history time. I think today, you know, first face off, we're going in pyramid. You know, when we go in a close, I say, wow, this is amazing. First time, you know, sometimes my people, my team, another was here, but I'm not. It's a great, I thank you so much for Turkey Al-Sheikh because it's his organization. Great. I'm happy. I'm happy every time, bro.
Great to hear, Oleksandr, great to hear. Rico, let's bring you in as well straight away. Oleksandr mentioned the first face-off there earlier in the week. It was special to watch, and you said it gave you goosebumps when you came face-to-face with Oleksandr at the Pyramids. For yourself as well, you've used that word thankful quite a lot in the build-up. What makes you proud and thankful, Rico, to be a part of such a special night like this?
No, 100%. So the beautiful country of Egypt already brings so much history with it, and then being so close to the pyramids that have been here for thousands of years, and now we're in 2026 and still Egypt is writing history, and me and Oleksandr are a small part of that history with us headlining this main event on this card. So that's why I say I feel so thankful. And thank you to His Excellency and the whole organization. Of course, thank you to Oleksandr Usyk for accepting this challenge. So, like I said, I feel blessed. I'm excited. I put everything I have into this. So I can't wait for Saturday night.
And you've said in the build-up as well, Rico, look, let's talk about the similarities with yourself and Usyk as great champions, rather than the differences. You're two gentlemen, it's been classy in the build-up, but what do you respect deep down about the man you're sharing the ring with as a character and a fighter?
No, 100%. I think just in general, if we look at the world, we are more looking at what makes you different from me, instead of what do we have in, together. What do we have in common? Like me and Usyk, we both are fathers. I like kickboxing. He likes boxing. Oh, but it's martial arts, so we both love that. So this man is an undisputed champion for years. He did it in the cruiserweights. Now he's done it in the heavyweights. So I respect every opponent. So either way, if whatever feeling you would have against an opponent, I know what it takes and what you have to go through to step into the ring. And now being among all these boxing legends here. Mr. Crawford, also a boxing legend, boxing icon. So it's, for me, like a true blessing to be here.
And Oleksandr, one to you, just in the middle of your selfie video there before we work down for the teams. The same question for yourself, Oleksandr. You know what it takes to reach the top, but not only that, to stay at the top for so many years, like Rico has done. As a challenge, as an athlete, a competitor, what do you respect about the man next to you on the stage here tonight?
Listen, I respect all my rivals because I know how it is. Because who training boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, you know, fights, it's amazing guys and the crazy guys. Yes, I respect all my rivals, but it's hard sport, bro. You training boxing?
I had one spar and that was it. So no.
Please, go try one training, one round. The real sparring.
I'll try.
Yes.
I'll try.
I respect all my rivals, bro.
Yeah. I need to look after my nose.
Don't worry.
I'll be out of a job.
Protect, caps, no problem.
Thank you, Oleksandr.
Come my camp.
Can I, yeah?
Of course.
Okay, no problem. I'll take you up on that offer. Thank you, Oleksandr. Let's work our way down the table then. I can't quite see him down there, but I'm sure he looks wonderful. As always, Mr. Versace himself, Rick Reno. Rick, firstly to you, are you there? Can you lean forward? I can't see you down the end there. There you are, Rick. Brilliant. Great to see Rick Reno in the house. Rick, what a special night. We've had so many special nights, haven't we, with the Ring magazine. We've really been spoiled so far in so many magnificent venues all around the world. But where does this one rank? What makes this so special for you and for the Ring magazine?
You'd have to rank this one, you know, right up there at the top, at least for me. I mean, it's a fantasy matchup in a very iconic setting. When we first discussed the concept of this event and the concept of the fight, there were a lot of people who thought it wouldn't happen, that it was just a figment of our imagination, it wouldn't come off. And now we're only a few days away from the event taking place. And, you know, it's one thing when you look in like history books when you're a kid and you look at the Sphinx and the pyramids, but when you look at it up close, it's like you get blown away. It's like an unbelievable setting. And, you know, when you match up the undisputed king of heavyweight boxing against the king of heavyweight kickboxing, it makes for a special matchup. You know, Rico is an icon and a legend in his sport, and it takes a lot of guts to go into a fight in boxing against a guy like Usyk, who's at the top of his game and has been just beating the very best of his weight class. You know, Rico feels confident that he could pull off one of the biggest upsets, and I think it would be the biggest upset in boxing history. Usyk has other plans. So this is an unbelievable event. I mean, just look at the turnout with all of the media. People are talking about it all over the world, and I look forward to it.
Thank you, Rick, as do we. Let's bring in another familiar face up here, promoter Eddie Hearn. Eddie, I said this at the launch press conference, a tricky question to ask you when Rico Verhoeven is sat in such distance, but based on your knowledge of boxing, based on the pedigree in the sport of boxing and boxing only, what are the big questions, but how do you believe this fight should look on Saturday night?
Well, firstly, thanks for this incredible turnout tonight. I mean, the media turnout here in Egypt is quite sensational, and that shows you the magnitude of this event. I think what Turki Al-Sheikh has done, and I know some people that praise him always get criticised of overpraising him, and we like to have our backwards and forwards, but the reality is Turki Al-Sheikh has been bringing a lot of high-profile, high-level sport to Saudi Arabia for a long time, but now he's bringing it to Egypt. And I think everybody here, particularly from the Egyptian media, needs to understand this is one of the biggest sporting moments this country has ever seen. You've got one of the most iconic seven wonders of the world, where on Saturday night, the World Heavyweight Championship, the Ring magazine, the wonderful WBC Championship, the WBA Championship, will be contested at the foot of the pyramids. And these guys, Turkey, Seller, all of those people have had the vision to make that happen. I think you used a good word, thankful. This is the first time I've seen it in my life, and I wouldn't be here without boxing. And boxing's given a lot of people so much. So thank you to everybody involved with that. On the fight on paper is an impossible mountain to climb for Rico Verhoeven. Or, no, I'll rephrase that, for the normal man. But the reason that he's accomplished what he's accomplished and the reason that he's done what he's done is because he's not a normal man. And I think Oleksandr Usyk is one of the greatest, not just fighters of our generation, but the greatest examples to any young fighter, to any young athlete in terms of the work ethic and the mindset. I mean, I've had the opportunity, and I thank Alex and his team for allowing AJ into that camp, because what I've seen up close is the reason that he's undefeated, the reason that he's still top of the game. And tomorrow night, this guy, this giant of a man whose arms are like the normal man's thighs, has an opportunity to, let's be honest, forge one of the greatest upsets in the history of boxing. It might not be to him, but it will be on paper on Saturday night if he was to do it. And he's not just coming into the boxing code with a fight. He's coming in not just to fight the best in a division. He's coming in to fight the pound-for-pound #1. But I'll tell you something. If there was ever anything dramatic, ever anything strange to happen, it's going to happen at the foot of the pyramids in Egypt. So it's a mountain to climb for this man. But I'll tell you what, he is a mountain. He's a man mountain. And he's full of heart, he's full of power, and I know how bad he wants it. And listen, may the best man win, because they're two icons, two legends of their respective sport. And what an undercard as well. I know we have the undercard press conference, but this whole event on DAZN will be one that people tune in around the world and just firstly visually say, what am I watching here? This is in the pyramids in Egypt, one of the greatest sporting events ever in this country. And we're delighted to be a part of it. Thank you to Frank Smith, all of our team, because, by the way, they'll be banging in nails at 5 p.m. to get this ready on Saturday night. It will be done, and it will be a spectacle and a sight to behold.
Great words, Eddie. Thank you very much. Let's hear from the respective teams then on either side. A round of applause for Eddie Hearn. That is rare. That doesn't happen in the UK. That must be an Egyptian thing. He'll milk that one. Firstly, to Peter Fury, trainer of Rico Verhoeven. Pete, you've known Rico for a long time for the work he's done in the Fury camps over the years, but as a full package, as an athlete, as a man, what makes him so special in your opinion?
Well, we'll see Saturday night, but he is a special individual. He's an incredible athlete as well, and he's put such a camp in. This has been a 6-month training camp, so we want him to do as best as possible, obviously, and whatever the outcome is, it is. But there's one thing for sure: he's ready. He's going to put his best foot forward, and I think he's going to surprise a few people as well, onlookers, because this is an incredible athlete, and he's definitely very impressed me. And the lead up to this, in fight week, normally you see fighters where they get tense, a little bit excited, like, the tension's there. He's totally relaxed. He's super happy. He gives Usyk all the respect in the world, as I do myself. He's an incredible champion. And we're just looking forward to an incredible display, an incredible night. And believe me, I'll second what Eddie said. This is one amazing event. I'm 58 years of age, and I've never been here before, ever. So to see this, to go around the pyramids and have a look, it's got biblical history, an amazing event.
Thank you, Peter. And a quick word as well down the end here from long-term manager of Rico as well down here, Karim Erja. Karim, welcome. Great to have you back on the top table here this evening. Like I say, similar to Peter, you've worked with Rico for so many years behind the scenes. Have you seen, though, despite all of his experience in the world of kickboxing, something different, a different fire in the mind, in the belly of Rico Verhoeven coming in to this cauldron, what it's going to be on Saturday night, in his attempt to shock the world?
Actually, the opposite of what I would have expected. This guy is so relaxed. I look at the pictures taken the whole week, and I see all smiles. So, yeah, that's what surprised me the most, that he's so relaxed for such a huge fight in an epic location.
Well, let's work our way down the table then and hear from Team Usyk as well. Serhii Lapin, Down there as well, over to our right, you've been a part, likewise, of Team Oleksandr Usyk's camp for so long. You've seen him reach the top. But I just wonder, still every day in training camp, what makes it still so enjoyable amongst the hard work for you all every day?
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Turkey Ali Sheikh. Thank you, Dr. Rakan. Thank you, Egypt. Amazing show. We hard work last 3 months, you know, and I could know Alex more 25 years. You know, this guy very strong, big computer. You know, now is what's name new computer? Quanta. This Quanta computer in boxing, and hard work in team, in Professor 1, we have 3, maybe 4 in Professor camp. And I know it's very strong camp in Rico team. I know it's Peter Fury, is strong man, very smart man, you know. We see Saturday. It's very nice show, amazing show in Pyramid, and first show in World Boxing Show.
Thank you, Sahi. Thank you. And a quick word from Jacob Cherky as well, up there on the end, also a big part of the team. Jacob, Oleksandr is a great champion and a very humble man. What do you believe makes him such a wonderful inspiration to so many young fighters around the world?
First of all, thank you for having me here. As always, it's a big pleasure to be here. You know, at this stage of Oleksandr's career, as a team, we focus on the training process, yeah? Preparation in every area, physically, mentally, technically. We respect all opponents. We respect Rico and the future opponents of Oleksandr, but the priority for us is maintaining his performance as long as it's possible. And as Oleksandr always says, motivation coming first. And we believe him. We believe him, and we executed every single day, during the camp, out of the camp, because we know that this is the only one way we can see him now and in the future in the best performance. We went the great camp. Oleksandr trained with AJ for 100%. This new energy in the camp is very good for both of them. We are ready. I'm very excited before the Saturday night, and I can't wait.
Thank you, Jacob. Let's hear from both sides of the main event. Rico, let me come to you first. As a competitor who's achieved, as we keep saying, so much in the world of kickboxing, but as a human being, how curious are you? I use that word curious in the sense of what you can push your body to, really. What is in the realms for Rico to achieve? Is there an element of curiosity in your own mind ahead of that opening bell on Saturday night?
Of course, it wasn't only the opening bell that's coming, but it was also the whole mindset of thinking about a transition from a sport I've been doing since I was a kid. I was kickboxing since I was 6 years old, and now I was 36 when I started transitioning into boxing, so that was the end of last year. And of course, I was boxing, but I was boxing to kickbox. And for Peter, it was a lot of fun because he was training me to box, to kickbox, but now he's training me to box. So he's having a lot of fun. He had a lot of fun, and especially for me, it was to be open-minded and to test myself. And like you said, the curiosity of, can I still do that at this age? And how can I emerge myself in the sport of boxing? And how can I transition into that? And is that even possible at this age? As you have so many yeah, things that are so common to throw kicks and etc. But I think we did quite a good job, and I'm gonna showcase that to the world on Saturday.
Oleksandr, Rico says the reason he beats you on Saturday night is because he brings something that you haven't seen before. Do you believe he can bring something that you possibly haven't seen before in a boxing ring? What are the big dangers?
Now it's only words. This is press conference and we speak a lot of, but my language will be in ring, you know. Maybe it's possible, maybe it's not. We'll see. It's God's will.
What's your answer to that, Rico? What do you believe you can bring that this man hasn't seen before?
Sorry?
What do you believe you can bring, and you do that Oleksandr Usyk hasn't seen before, like you've spoken about?
100%, because I'm bringing something what he hasn't seen before, because he only faced boxers, and that have been boxing their whole life, and I haven't. So it's just like a whole different approach. And like he said, it's God's will. So we'll see on Saturday. May the best man win.
And in terms of a prediction for Oleksandr, is it any means necessary for yourself or for boxing? Will you be disappointed if this fight goes 12 rounds? Many experts are picking you to win this fight when you choose. How do you believe you win this fight on Saturday?
I have no idea, you know, how many rounds this is fight. I'm not sad if 12 rounds, it's normal, but I don't know. When I have chance, I do it.
For you, Rico, I know you've seen this so many times in your mind, the fire and your motivation you spoke about all week. How do you believe you win this fight on Saturday? What's the best way for you to beat Oleksandr Usyk on Saturday?
For me, the first objective is to win. And how we're going to win, we'll see. If it's a knockout, it's a knockout. If it's a decision, it's a decision. So, and if it would come to a decision and I get the win, wow. Then I faced the best pound for pound fighter in the world for years and years, and I've beat him in 12 rounds. Then he tried everything and he couldn't beat me. So that would be like the ultimate.
Okay, well, one thing we can guarantee is this is going to be a very, very special main event on Saturday night. A crossover clash for the ages. I believe we are now going to bring the great Oleksandr Usyk and the great Rico Verhoeven together for a face-off at the front of the stage. Thank you, gentlemen.
There you go. I love what Oleksandr Usyk said, Alistair, to almost close the show there by saying, this is a press conference. You know, I'll do my talking on Saturday in the ring. Enough talking, let's fight.
I believe he sees it as an energy battle, and he doesn't want to give anything away of his strategy, of his game plan, but it's all about chipping away at that energy, and can't give any predictions on that because he doesn't have any tape on him.
There's something special, Malik, about both of them wearing white. I don't know why. It's almost growing on me, the fact that both of these guys, almost like they've been told to wear a uniform, but it works. It does work.
Colors, right?
Yeah,
yes.
And I would almost bet, Adi, this is not intentional. No, I really don't believe this is intentional at all, but I also believe when it comes to this white and the gold trim from Usyk, I believe it has something to do with the Bible. I believe it's a religious thing, and I believe like that has been a lot of his driven motivation, his belief in Jesus Christ. And not just that, when he came here, the first thing he did was go to church, and he's been saying it the whole time during this whole promo.
You know, there's something, I've been lucky enough to have sat down with Rico a few times now in the lead up to this fight. When he talks, he makes you believe him. He speaks with such assuredness, such authority, where obviously, look, he's a big underdog, but you believe that something crazy could happen because of the way he talks.
Well, there is mental power there, and let's not forget he has displayed that. 12 years glory champion, defeating opponents after another, facing adversity, overcoming adversity, and yeah, that kind of creates confidence, right? So he speaks with confidence. I think that's what's resonating.
And ultimately, Malik, he gets he gets kicked in the face. I mean, this guy is used to knees and kicks. I mean, there's no fear factor of Rico. Rico's coming in there, as he says, an undefeated, long-reigning champion. He's coming in there to do some damage.
Yes, and one thing you just said, Adi, that make a lot of sense. He get kicked in the face a lot, right? And just being a kickboxer, so you'll say, well, he should be able to handle a punch. But the punches that come from Oleksandr Usyk are the punches you can't see. He hit you with the blindsided shot. So yeah, Rico may have seen a bunch of kicks, a bunch of whole different punches, but he's never seen nothing that's going to be coming from the direction of shots the way how Oleksandr Usyk throw punches.
This is very different for Rico, I'm guessing, Alistair. For his last 10 years, he walks into the ring in kickboxing as a favorite. He goes in there and we expect him to win. This will be the first time in a long time he's walking into a ring and nobody here expects him to win.
And that can be his beneficial factor. Yeah. That can work out for him.
Yeah, that might be good for him. That could be good.
Because, yeah, nobody's, you know, even just being able to take it to the later rounds, that would be a win for him.
Yeah, a spectacular turnout, by the way, here. I mean, hundreds, and I mean hundreds of media members here. This is something very, very different. We don't have boxing here that much, let alone big-time heavyweight boxing like this. And it is a stellar undercard as well, which we are going to get to. There's going to be 3 parts of this press conference. We are going to hear from the prelim guys in about 10 minutes, and then obviously the likes of Hamza Shiraz, Frank Sanchez, Richard Torres are going to join us as well. Eddie Hearn talking to Oleksandr Usyk. I wish I knew what they were saying.
Yes, me too, but I'm sure whatever it is, Eddie is giving him the respect because of who he is, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. And not just that, we all know Oleksandr Usyk's character is everything as well. He's a well-mannered man. He's never hopped out of character. He strictly wanted to become the best in the division, and he did that.
Alistair, I thought you were the king of the world around 2009 to 2012 when you were just dominating. You were Uberim. That was what you were back then. If someone knocked on your door back then and said, Alistair, we want you to fight, who was the champion back then, Vladimir Klitschko, would you have done it?
Would be a step out of the box for me, but who knows? Nobody did.
No one did.
No one did at the time. And then, you know, I already was making the jump from MMA into kickboxing, became K1 Grand Prix champion, and then I kind of went back into MMA, into the UFC. So there was big opportunities there which I took at the time.
I think this is the first time everyone's seeing you on camera. Alistair Overeem, there you go, former Strikeforce champion, K1 Grand Prix champion as well, and the great Malik Scott, one of the greatest minds in the game, former world title challenger, now one of the best trainers in the business as well. The energy here is insane.
Fantastic.
It is, isn't it? It really is.
Yes.
Great energy. Well done to Jamie Ward. Talking to champions, by the way, come in. Look who's joined us, eh?
There he is.
Look who's joined us.
What's up, Jim?
What's up? The great Terence Crawford in the building. How are you, Terence?
What's going on? What's going on? What's up, Jim? Chilling.
Terence, this must excite you a lot. I'm not going to say you coming back. I'm not going to ask that question.
Yeah.
But when you see things like this, when you see events all over the world, and you look at the numbers, Terence, here, people are flown in. This must get the juices flowing a little bit now.
Nah, I'm just happy for the sport.
Yeah.
You know, to do something of this magnitude is just a great feeling to be a part of it and to be here to witness it.
It's a big ask for Rico. I mean, you respect Oleksandr Usyk a lot. You see how good Oleksandr Usyk is. It's been you and him fighting for that #1 pound for pound for, it feels like, the last 3 or 4 years. Can he shock the world? Could he do something?
I don't know. With his experience, I don't know. I never seen the guy fight, so I can't testify to, you know, what he's capable of doing. But I know Usyk, and I know what level he's on, and I think he's up for it. He's going to put on an amazing show come Saturday night, and I just wish them both the best, and, you know, hopefully both of them can leave the ring safely and sound.
Malik, I never normally, when a fighter goes, my phrase is get in, get rich, get out.
Yeah.
I need this man back for one more, Malik. I need him back for one more, Malik.
Right?
Just one more. He's at his rest now.
He really chances with the Canelo victory. He did so many beautiful things. He got guys like us like, no, come on, get some more of that. But, you know, he put his hard work in, and if anyone deserved to retire on all the work he put in, it's Bud Crawford.
Are you enjoying your retirement, Bud? You're traveling the world, enjoying it. I see a few kids with you as well.
And I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor, man. I've been boxing for 30 years, you know, and I always said I was going to suffer while I was training,
right,
and then live better later on in life. And now I'm being able to live and train, and I have to worry about you know, boxing, getting punched in the head, and who I'm gonna fight next, and it's just a great feeling.
Obviously, your thing is go ahead.
Do you ever look at the fight of Canelo and the job that you did, just how great that performance was and how imposing you was on him? Do you ever look at that fight and say, it's so good, I have to do it again? Like just specifically that fight. Do you ever look at your own performance, Bud, and say, no, I got to do this one more time? Because like even you looking at it.
Not really. You know, I didn't think it was that much great of a performance that I know I'm capable of. No, for real. Like I know what I'm capable of, and I'm telling you that I'm capable of doing better. But I got the job done. I'm satisfied. I'm happy. I'm happy with how my career went. I'm happy with, you know, the victory that I got, and you know, I've accomplished everything that I need to accomplish in the sport of boxing.
Yeah, no doubt. You guys must know each other. You must know about his work. I know, Alistair, you know about Bud's work.
We have not met, but what I believe is that after you've accomplished everything, it becomes about maintaining what you have and just being happy.
You said maintaining my what?
Maintaining what you have and just being happy.
Oh, of course.
Staying in health.
Of course, you know. And luckily for me is I boxed because I wanted to box. You know, the things that I set up prior to the Canelo fight, the Spence fight, led me not having to focus and depend on boxing, you know, so I'm blessed.
You are blessed. We're going to have a Canelo press conference here on the weekend. Canelo versus Christian Mbili. What do you make of that one?
I think it's going to be a great fight. You know, Mbili put on a lot of pressure. You know, Canelo, we're going to see what type of shape he's going to come in this fight. And, you know, Canelo is an all-time great, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he bounce back. And I'm excited to watch the fight.
Are you surprised he's still wanting to do more? Canelo, a bit like yourself, has achieved everything. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats. Are you surprised that he still wants to continue?
Of course. Knowing Canelo, he don't want to end his career on a loss like he did with me. So I can see Canelo wanting to come back and prove himself and be back champion and do things that he wanted to do in the sport of boxing and leave on his own terms.
Before I let you go, Hamza Shiraz fights for your title against Alan Begic. What do you make of Hamza?
Hamza a good fighter. You know, he's a good boxer, tall, rangy, like to work the distance, and you know, that's another good fight for Canelo as well.
But I really want to see you back, but it's okay. We don't. It's good. It's good. Thank you very much. Bud Crawford in the house. All right, let's remind you of the fight card. I mean, look at this. In terms of spectacular venues, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? And it really is a good fight card. Now, this is the prelim side of things. Bassam Mamdou versus Jamal Tali. Sultan Al Muhammad takes on Dedi Impra. Mohammed Mubarak takes on Ali Sarankuma. Omar Hika. Omar Hika, by the way, his dad actually fought and beat Oleksandr Usyk way back when in the amateurs. He takes on Mikhail Kalela. And this is it. This is the card that we've been waiting for. Daniel Lapin takes on Benjamin Mendes Tani. Mizuka Aruta, who is, I think, almost had a coming out party last year. 4 fights and was the ring recognized best female fighter on the planet. She takes on the Egyptian-born, now based in Australia, Mai Solomon. Frank Sanchez, the boogeyman. No one seems to want him. Richard Torres says, I will fight him. IBF final eliminator in the heavyweight division. Shakam Giyasov, unbeaten welterweight, fantastic amateur, takes on Jack Cantrell. Hamza Shiraz, you just heard Bud Crawford say how good he is. Chance for him to win a world title for the second time, but this time, and I think he's best weight, 168 pounds. He takes on Alan Begic, unbeaten versus unbeaten. And then we saw both of these guys just on the stage now. Oleksandr Usyk, the recognized best heavyweight on the planet, one of the best heavyweights of all time, takes on probably the greatest kickboxer of all time, Rico Verhoeven. What of all those fights, Malik, which one excites you the most? Removing the main event, which one excites you the most?
I have 2.
Okay.
I wish I only had
Being
one.
greedy now. Okay,
yes,
go ahead.
I have Richard Torres and Frank Sanchez. But then I also have Hamza. I'm so interested to see how Hamza performed for his first world title. Actually, I believe it was him and Adamas this is the second time.
Second world title, but the first at 168.
Yes, and he's actually with Andy Lee this time go around. So he's been looking good. He looked great against Belenga, but I want to see what he do with this opportunity here in Giza.
Before we do throw to Thomas Triber, in terms of Rico and the way he's going to be feeling right now, obviously this is it, tomorrow's weigh-in day. What's going through his head right now? Is it just a case of get to the hotel, chill out, block out the noise?
Go back to the hotel, get your rest tomorrow, another busy day, right? The weigh-ins. I think he's going to stick to his routines. He should be after he has 90+ fights, something. He has a strong routine, also a strong team that's going to keep him in the routine, so it's all about sticking to the game plan.
Alistair, it's been great to don't go anywhere, by the way. It's been great to have you with us. Always great to have you with us as well, Malik. All right, here we go. This is now the prelim undercard. We are going to hear from a few fighters. Let's throw it down to your MC, Mr. Thomas Triber.
Ladies and gentlemen, the press conference continues for Glory in Giza. It's World Championship Boxing, Usyk versus Rico, this Saturday, May 23rd, live from the Pyramids of Giza in Egypt. Brought to you by Ring Magazine, Sella, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, Gold Star Promotions, and Ready to Fight, along with their great sponsors. White Bit, Scary Movie, Box Raw, and Just Eat. A big thanks to those great sponsors. Well, a few reminders, ladies and gentlemen. This historic event is now sold out, but you can watch it live, worldwide, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com. Let's now welcome our prelim fighters to face off. Competing Saturday in a 4-round middleweight contest, let's welcome from Tanzania, Michael Kalia. And from Egypt, Omar Heikel.
You know, when you see a guy like Michael Kalia have a record of 3-4-2, you probably think he's not going to bring much to the ring on Saturday. I've done quite a lot of fights in Tanzania. They are built different, Malik. These guys in Tanzania, they come to fight, they're strong, they're rugged, and he'll look at this as well as a really big opportunity to come and do something on a big stage.
Yes, absolutely it is. And you have to realize something, too. When these guys get these opportunities on this type of stage, I believe it brings out a different effort in you, you know what I mean? It's almost not, this is not like a local show. And then even if it is just the stage that it's on, Usyk is the main event. Turkey Al-Sheikh is behind it, so you can expect these guys to give a day off.
Well, I believe we are going to hear from Omar Heikel again. He's claim to glory at the moment, his claim to fame is that his dad did beat Oleksandr Usyk in the amateurs. He's now wanting to carve out his own career. Let's hear from him on stage with Mike Coppinger.
Hey Omar, all right, so obviously your father, amateur boxing legends, defeated Oleksandr Usyk twice, defeated Triple G. What does it mean to fight at the Pyramids, especially as the son of a fighting legend?
بقول لك أبوك إذا يعني أسطورة في مصر في الهواة هزم تريبل جي وهزم ألكسندر أوسيك. ايه يعني لك ان انت حتلعب اول فايت ليك احترافي في جمهورية مصر العربية وقدام الاهرامات في مكان تاريخي زي ده؟
والله اكيد حاجه زي دي مدياني ثقه كبيره طبعا وحاجه اتشرف بيها وحاجه مخلياني واثق في نفسي وباذن الله حلمي ان انا اعدي اللي والدي عامله وابقى اقوى من ابطال العالم دول كلهم.
And then of course, what are you hoping to prove in this big opportunity?
اللي انت بتحاول تثبته بالفرصة الكبيرة دي؟
والله احاول اثبت ان المصريين فيهم مواهب كتير وباذن الله نثبت ده يوم السبت قدام الناس كلها.
Do you want me to translate what he's saying? So he said, first of all, he would love to proceed to exceed what his dad has accomplished for Egypt. It's a historical moment, a very big chance, and on Saturday he will prove to the world that Egypt has a lot of talent, and he's going to be the first to accomplish that.
Well, thank you so much, Omar, and best of luck tomorrow night, or sorry, Saturday night, and back to you, Thomas.
Competing Saturday in a scheduled 4-round super lightweight contest. His opponent not here at this time, but let's welcome from Egypt, Mahmoud Mubarak.
Mohamed Mubarak, pro debut. Pro debut for him. He's going to be shadow boxing by himself. His opponent's not here yet, but will be here on Saturday. Pro debut on this card, Malik. I mean, everyone else pro debuts in front of a man and a dog. He pro debuts in front of thousands live on DAZN. What an opportunity.
Absolutely, and I believe he's facing an opponent that has 2 wins, 3 losses, something like that. And that says a lot, that he's not just going against a guy that have no fights like him. And in a pro debut way, it's kind of stepping up already, if you know what I'm trying to say, Adi. Like, he's going in with guys that's already been in the ring, and that goes to show he's trying to get experience right off the rip in his professional debut.
Yeah, let's hear from Mohamed Mubarak. He's with Mike Coppinger.
All right, here with Mahmoud Mubarak. Mahmoud, this is going to be an incredible opportunity, obviously, fighting at the Pyramids. How excited are you for this?
هي فرصة كبيرة جدا لأي ملاكم إنه يخوض نزال عند الأهرامات. تعني لك إيه الفرصة دي؟
طبعا بشعر بالفخر طبعا ان انا اكون جزء من الحدث الكبير دوت، وان شاء الله دي تبقى البدايه، وانا سعيد جدا البدايه تبقى في الحدث كبير زي ده.
He's very proud and very happy to have this first debut fight by the Pyramids, and he's very proud that this event is taking place in Egypt, and he can't wait for the fight night.
And of course, you're going to be fighting on the undercard of a heavyweight championship fight of a boxing legends. When you think about Saturday night, what are you envisioning?
أنت هتلعب على كارد في أبطال أساطير في الملاكمة. بالنسبة ليك يوم السبت هيكون يعني أنت بتتخيل يوم السبت هيكون إزاي؟
طبعا يوم السبت هثبت للعالم كله إن المواهب بس مش إن المواهب العربية. طبعا أشكر معالي المستشار تركي آل الشيخ لاكتشافه للمواهب العربية ومساندتنا وإن هو يدينا فرصة في المشاركة. شكرا معالي المستشار، وبإذن الله هتبقى بداية كتابة تاريخ جديد. Thank you, Turkey.
He thanks His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh for discovering the talent in the Arab world and for encouraging them and giving them the platform to fight on. And he wants to represent the entire Arab world and not only Egypt.
All right, well, thank you so much and best of luck. And back to you, Thomas.
Our next 2 fighters to face off, competing Saturday in a scheduled 4-round featherweight contest. From Indonesia, Dedi Imprah. And from Saudi Arabia, Sultan Al Mohammed.
Sultan Al Mohammed from Saudi Arabia, 3-0, 2 knockouts. And I mean, I guess, Malik, this is kind of what Turkey's been looking for, right? It's a case of, yes, putting all these big events on in Saudi, but let's grow Saudi boxing. And this is the start of it, seeing kids coming through, getting opportunities. He gets another one on Saturday.
Yes, and the good thing with Sultan, this stage right here, he may not have been on before, but he was on Fury Makhdoudov undercard, Benavidez Jardy undercard, and like I said, he may not be used to this stage here in Egypt, but he's been on some high-level undercards that he's done. That he was on the undercards. So, like, we can see it in his attitude and his energy. He's ready to put on another performance and stay undefeated.
Yeah, let's see what he can do against the man, Dedi Imprah from Indonesia, who's going to come, he's going to fight, he's going to give it a go, but ultimately, he's been chosen to give him rounds as opposed to chosen him to win. So let's see what he can do.
Yes.
All right, let's hear from Sultan Al Mohammed. He is on stage with Mike Coppinger.
All right, we are here with Sultan Al Mohammed, and Sultan is of course, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh's dream to crown Saudi Arabia's first boxing champion. How do you take another step toward that on Saturday night?
You know, thanks for His Excellency to put me in this card, and thanks for him to believe in me, and thanks for Real Season to make this really a big fight, and thanks for His Excellency, that's it.
And of course, you train with the legendary Abel Sanchez, and Abel told me that you love to scrap and you can't wait to get in there. What do you love so much about fighting?
You know, I love fighting, I love boxing, that's why. And you know, wait for the fight, I will knock him out, easy.
All right, well, we look forward to the knockout, and thank you again, and best of luck on Saturday.
Thanks so much.
All right, back to you, Thomas.
Yeah, good luck to all our prelim fighters on Saturday. So much big-time boxing coming your way on DAZN. Make sure you stay locked in.
All good? How you doing?
On DAZN, the fights never stop. With the biggest nights in boxing all year long.
It has never been bigger for any fighter in the history of this country.
Let's get ready to rumble! Every week, it's on. So take your seat and join us ringside. Incredible! The undisputed global home of boxing. Watch only on DAZN.
Yeah, that's just one world-class fights coming your way on DAZN, part of your DAZN subscription as well. May 30th, unified light heavyweight champion Dimitri Bivol returns to the ring. Then we have Josh Padley versus Aki Fiaz. That one Saturday, June the 6th. Jesse Bam Rodriguez takes on Vargas. That one Saturday, June 13th. Jesse Bam Rodriguez, by the way, going up to bantamweight. Now only one weight away from Inoue and Garner. Ryan Garner has his dream fight at St. Mary's. He takes on Magnisi. That's one Saturday, June 20th. All of that as part of your DAZN subscription. We've done a bit of a shuffle inside the studios. One of my favorite fighters on planet Earth is here, the unbeaten Devin Haney. Devin, how are you looking? Woo, look at this. Jeez, you're looking good, Devin. You are looking good, brother.
Thank you.
How are you? Good to be here?
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. This is a crazy event. I'm excited to see how the fights go, and I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good, isn't it? Obviously, look, we love the big fights in Vegas, Madison Square Garden. I always think boxing wins when we go abroad, when we try stuff different, whether it be in Africa, whether it be here in Africa, in Egypt, whether it be in Saudi. So for you to be here almost puts a bit of gold magic dust on it as well for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that these type of events are happening. I was happy to be a part of one in New York City, Times Square, and these things are great for boxing. And like I said, I'm happy to be here.
Are you two friends now? Are you guys friends?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm asking, are you guys friends? I was asking.
No, me and him
Bill Haney, my dog,
listen, we cool, but we gotta talk.
he told me, he said, come on, bro, you be killing me, though. So me and Debo are going to talk, but he's one of the most purest boxers in the world. I've always said that. And Bill Haney is my OG, so it's all love.
It is all love. When do we get an announcement, Devin? I want to see you fight again. I mean, your last performance I thought was incredible. And now you've captured another belt at welterweight. I want to see more. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm going through some things right now. I'm negotiating. We don't know when I will be back in the ring, but I'll be back in the ring soon.
Yeah, I think I listen to the public. They want to see Ryan Garcia.
Yeah,
that's what they want to see. For me, that's a big one. It's a unification fight as well.
Yes, and this is what the world wants to see. And I believe even Devin, even Ryan, these guys want to fight, but it's a huge B word in boxing. It's called business. And now they both at the level that if the business ain't right, these guys, they're not really interested. The business have to make sense.
Can I ask you what you make of Rico here? Obviously, this will probably be one of your first times seeing him. I mean, this would be the biggest upset. I said in sports. Forget boxing. I mean, this could be as big as anything we've seen in sports if Rico gets it done against Usyk.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about him, but I know that kickboxers, when they come to boxing and they work on their stand-up, they're difficult, they're tough. So I know that he can go in there, he can be tough. I don't know if he can win the fight on skill, but I think that if he go in there and he lands a good shot, it's boxing, anything can happen.
And we have seen a lot of kickboxers transition to boxing, like Vitali was a kickboxer, Jerome Miller was a kickboxer. I mean, they have that kind of wide stance where they can do anything, right? You just don't know what's going to come.
Yeah, but what I will hope is that the first thing he want to do is impose himself on Usyk. What he can't do is sit back and think, because what he's not is a better boxer than Usyk, like we all know. He got to go in there and pose, and if he's smart, he would take the Derek Chisora route. Go right to Usyk, make it uncomfortable for him. In the clinches, use your forearms, be very physical, and make it uncomfortable for him.
Do you know Richard Torres well?
Yeah, I mean, in the amateurs, when I was going out, he was coming up. So I'm familiar with him, but not too much.
The reason I was asking, because every time in the UK I talk about Moses Italma as the future, because I think Moses is crazy. I get a lot of American people DMing me saying, no, watch out for Richard Torres, like Richard Torres is coming. Do we look at Richard Torres as that guy that could make a big jump in the next 12 months?
He's an overachiever, in my opinion. For his size, he had done a lot, and I believe he's going to do more. He's one of the hardest working young men in boxing, and I believe believe he has the ability to make it uncomfortable for any fighter in the heavyweight division. He's a southpaw. He gets to the target the same way Usyk do with the lead hand, the magic wand type of thing. He's not a real rough, flat-footed guy. He's pretty much headache for any heavyweight in the world.
You know, earlier I think we might have shown it, I don't know if we did, the Ring Magazine current pound-for-pound rankings. And I think it had Inoue above Usyk now. Usyk was number 2, Inoue was number 1 after that win against Nakatani. You're on there, obviously, you have to be on there. Like, do you guys agree with that? Do you guys agree that Inoue's now jumped Usyk?
No, I don't.
Me personally, I didn't think that. I think that Usyk is the best fighter in the world. He went from cruiserweight, dominating cruiserweight, to heavyweight. He didn't just jump, you know, a few pounds. He jumped 20, 30 pounds against much bigger guys, and you know was dominant. So I think that Usyk is the best fighter in the world. And then anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Fury, 60-pound difference.
Yes, AJ twice, Fury twice, Dubois twice, Derek Chisora. He have made a reign in the heavyweight division. I don't know how he's not number 1. And if you really want to be honest, they gave, he was put number 1 over Usyk off of 1 win, off of Nakatani. Obviously, he have a history of other good wins, but off of the win off of Nakatani, I don't think that have him to be deserved over top of Usyk.
Where you got Devin?
Top 6, 7. Top 6, 7.
That's fair.
I'm close to trouble.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for his next fight.
Yeah. No, the score's in a bit of trouble. They're still causing a bit of trouble. So many good fights on the card. Hamza Shiraz, who's probably taking his place as well there. I can see him next to Rick Reno. He fights for the WBO title, obviously title vacated by Terence Crawford. Hamza, I think, stock is really high now. That Edgar Berlanga knockout.
I agree.
But Edgar Berlanga is still saying he thinks Hamza cheated. That's how good that knockout was. Yes. That's a really, really good win.
Yes, it was a real good victory. And also, the change in coach was noticed immediately. He got with Andy Lee. He always fought like a tall fighter, but when he fought Berlanga, he really got long, and he really made sure that the right hand was turned over. And when it was finish time, he went right in for the kill, did a great job.
Okay, we're ready to start the press conference, the final part of the press conference as well. Let's hand it over to your MC, Mr. Thomas Treiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now welcome our Glory in Giza undercard fighters already seated. From the United States, Jamar No Mercy Tally. From Egypt, Bassam the Black Tiger Mamdoua. From France, Benjamin Mendes La Pantera Tani. From Ukraine, Daniel Lapin. From Egypt, now fighting out of Australia, May the Egyptian Queen Solomon. From Japan, Mizuki Mimi Hiruta. From the United States, Richard Kiki Torres Jr. From Cuba, now fighting out of the United States, Frank the Cuban Flash Sanchez. From England, Jack El Gato Catterall. From Uzbekistan, Shakram Wonder Boy Gyasov. From Germany, Alam Begic. From England, Hamza the Quiet Storm Shiraz. We also welcome the CEO of Ring Magazine, Rick Reno. Mr. Spencer Brown of Gold Star Promotions. Chairman of Matchroom Sport, Mr. Eddie Hearn. And now we hand things back to your host, Mr. Jamie Ward.
Thank you, Thomas, and welcome back, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Great to have you here with us, of course, now for the undercard portion of this evening's press conference here in Cairo, Egypt. And as has become, I think, fairly customary with these Ring Magazine cards, a stellar undercard supports Usyk versus Rico on Saturday night. So much opportunity for all the fighters up here on the stage to cement their name in the history books forever. The opportunity for many to further their careers, for some to become world champion. And we look forward to hearing from them all up here on the stage this evening. Firstly, a quick word to Versace, back here behind the ring belt, of course, Mr. Ring Magazine himself, Mr. Rick Reno. Rick, a word on this card. As I said there, it's a fairly common feature now that these ring cards are particularly special. But what do you think about this one?
It's an unbelievable loaded undercard. I mean, there's so many facets and so many angles to the card. You know, I don't think the Egyptian government knew that the King of New York would be arriving to fight on this card, and Hamza Shiraz. He went from being the Prince of Pakistan last year. He traveled to New York to become the king, and now he's got a tough fight in front of him, another undefeated guy in Bejic. And Hamza's been in a world title position before, and he came very close, didn't go his way, it wasn't the outcome he wanted. And I've been talking to him this week. He's very confident that second time is the charm. He wants to grab that gold, but he's got another undefeated guy who doesn't know how to lose, and someone's O is going to go. We got the big boys, the heavyweights, you know, Richard Torres, unbeaten Olympic pedigree. He's got the look. He's got the background. He's got the mustache. He's all decked out today, and he's got a really tough task in front of him with Frank Sanchez. You know, knows how to box, knows how to fight. You know, Frank has a lot of experience. He's turned back other undefeated guys like Efe Ajagba. He's only been beaten once by Caballel, who's regarded as one of the most avoided heavyweights out there. And I think if Richard Torres pulls it off, he has to be in the conversation with the top heavyweights and should be getting a heavyweight title shot, you know, by the end of the year, if not the beginning of 27. Won't be an easy fight for either guy, but like I said, the winner should definitely go on to a world title shot after this. And of course, I can never forget about my man, Jack Catterall, who I've put into this position, not Eddie Hearn, but Eddie Hearn's gonna take his taste. I don't take a taste from Jack, but Eddie does. And, you know.
You got no taste. That's the problem.
I got more taste than you. And a bigger Corey.
Oh dear, oh dear. Well, I don't know how you said that when you need a cushion to sit up there. But,
well,
yeah.
look at Hamza's taller than you, and he needs a cushion to sit up there.
Family show, gents. Family show. Come on.
You know, Jack, similar to Hamza, he was in a world title position before. Got robbed on the cards. I think there's no disputing that. He's now back in position again for the WBA regular belt. He's got a very tough fight with Gayasov. Again, another fight where it won't be easy for either guy. And I think, you know, this is the time is now for Jack. If he's going to pull it off, he has to pull it off now. The winner will move on to a world title shot with Rolly Romero, who currently holds the belt. And we also have Mizuki, one of the best pound-for-pound female fighters in the world, the Ring Magazine champion. And she has a tough fight ahead of her with May, who has one split decision loss, has won 9 in a row, has knocked out her last few opponents, and she's looking to have a fairy tale ending. She's in her homeland, wants to pull it off in front of her people, but she has an exceptional fighter in front of her in Mizuki, who's one of the best, like I said, pound-for-pound fighters in the world. And I'll turn it back to you. Hopefully, I know I'm leaving a few people out, but I don't want to take up too much time, and I want to let Eddie get a couple of words in.
Yeah, Eddie, let's bring you in straight away then. Thank you, Rick. A big moment, a great card once again. We've already previewed the main event, but what about this card? Because it is a big night for a lot of fighters that you represent as well for Matchroom.
No, listen, Rick's already said it all, really, but, you know, I'll do it properly now. Everybody's talking about the event, everybody's talking about the occasion, the history in this country, the fact that there is the World Heavyweight Championship at the foot of one of the 7 wonders of the world. But, of course, what we have up here is some phenomenal talent, and actually one of the best undercards I think we've seen in a Ring Magazine Riyadh season event. For us, obviously biased, we have 2 fighters facing off against each other. We don't normally like that, but this is a brilliant opportunity. I want to thank Gilberto Mendoza as well from the WBA for officially confirming today the order that the winner of this fight will fight Rolly Romero next. And it's a massive opportunity for Jack Catterall, who we know should have been undisputed champion, but now has a chance to win this regular world championship and be in a big fight with Rolly. Shakram Giasov is a tremendous fighter, a great amateur as well, and shout out to Vadim and World of Boxing and Andrei Rybinski for our everlasting partnership with those guys. As a fan, there's so much I want to see as well. Of course, Hamza Shiraz, part of the other stable, but someone we're very fond of, and obviously an opportunity for a Brit to win a world championship in an illustrious division at 168 pounds. I love Torres against Sanchez as a fan. You know, I think Richard Torres has been moving very, very quickly. It's a big step up against Sanchez, who is a classy operator, but it's a crossroads fight for those guys, and the winner gets to become the mandatory to Oleksandr Usyk. So a great night of boxing on what will be a historic moment. And of course, one more time, shout out to DAZN, the global home of boxing, because it still makes me smile that they wrote us off all those years ago. And now we really are the daddies. There is no doubt about it. Everybody's either on it or wants to be on it. The global home of boxing, DAZN. Enjoy a historic night in Egypt on Saturday night. Thank you.
And just a quick word as well from Spencer Brown of Gold Star. Spencer, a word on the man to your left. What a night this is potentially in store for Hamza Shiraz. Been a fairly good week for him as well as far as the football's been concerned with his beloved Arsenal, but what do you make of this opportunity for him to make history?
It's been a long time in coming. You know, he's had his disappointments in the past, but we feel now that, you know, we're going to have a new world champion come tomorrow, Sunday morning. And the kids work so hard, his teams work so hard. You know, I've got to give a mention to Eddie for this unbelievable card you put on here. It's been fantastic. Turki Al Sheikh, Sella, and of course DAZN. It's unbelievable. But this man here, I'm telling you, come tomorrow morning or Sunday morning, he will be the champion of the world, and he will rule the super middleweight division for a long time. Inshallah.
Thank you, Spencer. Okay, now time to give all the fighters on here their moment then. Of course, a big moment for them all on the big stage. Plenty to get through here. First fighters we are going to hear from. 6 rounds in the cruiserweight division on Saturday night. Egypt's Bassem Mamdou faces the unbeaten American Jamar No Mercy Tally. Jamar, 6-0 now. Welcome. Let me bring you in first. Every time I've seen a clip of you in the build-up to this fight, you've had a huge smile on your face. What does it mean to you to be on a stage like this, and what are you planning on showing the world live on DAZN on Saturday night?
It means a lot, man, to be able to go out here and showcase my talents and show why I'm, you know, next upcoming champ, man, from the United States. So I had a long, you know, great training camp, and the hard work pays off, man. So it's time to go out here and showcase my talents.
And Bassem, for you as well, big night in Egypt. You have a young, hungry, unbeaten opponent in front of you. What are you willing to do to have your hand raised on Saturday night?
كده هيلعب معاك قدامك على ارضك، احساسك ايه او ناوي تعمل ايه يوم الفايت نفسه؟
اولا انا برحب بالجميع في بلدنا العظيمه مصر، وسط الاهرامات والحدث التاريخي ده. ان شاء الله انا جاي اثبت للجميع ان مصر فيها ابطال تقدر تنافس في جميع البطولات، نبقى ابطال عالم باذن الله.
First of all, he's welcoming everyone in Egypt in front of Great Pyramids, that he will be presenting the Egyptian nation, and he promised everyone that he will make every Egyptian nation proud of him, because like he gonna do his best at this night.
Okay, thank you, Bassem. Wish you the best of luck on Saturday night. And looking at the landscape as well, so many great landscapes across so many great divisions up here on the stage, but of course also in that light heavyweight division, the 175-pound weight division, because the man down here to my right, Daniel Lapan, built up a very healthy 13-0 unbeaten record now, which has seen him ranked in the top 15 with all 4 of the governing bodies. And he faces Benjamin Tani on Saturday night, who is 9-1 as he manoeuvres his way towards a big fight, perhaps at the back end of this year as well. But he's back on the big stage. Benjamin, firstly down there on my left, to you. What do you believe a victory over Daniel Lapan could change for your career and change for your life on Saturday night?
Bonjour Benjamin. Donc, qu'est-ce que tu penses que une victoire contre Daniel Lapine pourrait changer auprès de ta vie et pour l'avenir?
Bonjour Égypte, je m'appelle Benjamin Mendestani, je suis d'origine africaine et pour moi c'est une grande chance d'être là, de combattre dans cette terre-là qui fait partie de mon continent et de mes origines. Et pour moi c'est un grand plaisir et merci à tout le monde de l'opportunité. Et samedi soir, ça va être un beau combat. Attendez bien, retenez bien mon nom, c'est tout.
All right, so hello Egypt. I'm very pleased to be here and part of that organization. I'm from France, but also from Africa, and it's a big honor to fight on that continent. I just can say that I'm very thankful for everything and being part of such event. And just tune in on Saturday. You're gonna see what I can bring and what I can bring to the future.
Thank you, Benjamin. Wish you the best of luck on Saturday night. And down the other end of the table is that man who I just mentioned, Daniel Lapan, back on a big card with his good friend Oleksandr Usyk. Once again, big part of the team behind the scenes. Daniel, you're ranked in the top 15 now with all 4 governing bodies. But what makes this time in your career and this fight an important one?
Daniel, добро пожаловать. Сегодня вы снова на большой сцене. И снова в кадре со своим хорошим другом Александром Усиком. Вы состоите 15 топ в рейтинге ключевых боксерских организаций. Скажите, пожалуйста, чем этот бой для вас является особенным, этот момент?
Всем привет. Для меня любой бой особенный, потому что он дает каждый толчок для основного боя. А это бой за чемпиона мира.
Hello, everyone.
One second. Спасибо большое Египту, спасибо большое Саудовской Аравии за то, что дали возможность тут боксировать. Также спасибо большое Ring Magazine. Мы проделали очень хороший сбор, намного тяжелее, чем обычно, благодаря Якубу Хицкому. Хочу всем сказать огромное спасибо. В субботу вы увидите красивый бокс.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much to Egypt. Thank you very much to Ring Magazine. Thank you very much to Saudi. You're going to see a big fight on Saturday night. And back to the question, every fight is important. Every fight is unique. But this is another step to the champion of the world.
Okay, well, Daniel, we wish you the best of luck on Saturday night. As I say, ranked in all 4 of the governing bodies, closing in on a big fight in that 175 pounds weight division. Plenty of world title action to look forward to on Saturday night. Firstly, 10 2-minute rounds in the women's super flyweight division as unbeaten champion and Ring Magazine fighter of 2025 for a stellar year. Mizuki Haruta defends her Ring Magazine and WBO World Championships against May Solomon, who, of course, born right here in Cairo, Egypt, now residing, though, in Sydney, Australia. We're going to bring May straight in because, May, I believe there's a certain dream that you had a few years ago involving some pyramids and what it might look like to win a world title. Just tell us about that and how this all feels for you now in reality.
Just want to say hello to everyone and welcome to Egypt. Just very grateful to be here. Like you said, I did have a dream about 3 years ago, and you know, it's surreal being right here and fulfilling my dream, you know, seeing myself fighting in front of the pyramids in that dream and given the opportunity by His Excellency Turki Sheikh to fight for a world title. It's a full circle moment for me here to go from Egypt to Australia and back here for my very first world title shot.
And Mizuki is the world champion, picked by many to be a real emerging star in women's boxing right now. The accolades speak for themselves, but what do you believe you can do in this fight, May, to bring that world title home on Saturday night? How do you see yourself winning?
I see everything. Again, like I said, it's already been written. It is destiny for me.
Okay, May, wish you the best of luck on Saturday night. Let's hear from the champion then, Mizuki. Welcome. What a time and what a period it is for Japanese boxing at the moment. Of course, we've just seen the super fight with Inoue and Nakatani at the Tokyo Dome. How proud does it make you to be flying the flag for Japan in front of the world on Saturday night?
日本では、中谷選手、井上選手の試合があったばかりですけれども、その日本からこのエジプトに飛んできて試合をすることをどう感じますか？
I'm very happy and honored. I'm really grateful, and I want to enjoy every moment. Shukran.
And you've said in the build-up as well, Mizuki, full focus on your challenger here who has her dreams in front of her, but you've also talked about a potential super fight down the line if the weights can align with Gabriela Fundora. Is that a fight you want? Have you got a message for her tonight as well if she's watching?
Right now, I focused on this fight. So for now, all I can say is, Fundora, you are Chingona, but I am Chingona too. I love Fundora.
Okay, thank you very much. Enjoyed that one. Great fight to look forward to on Saturday night. And it's not just the main event as well that you have to wait to watch the big boys in action. There's nothing quite like the unpredictability, is there? The sheer drama, the emphatic excitement from boxing's blue ribbon division. This one, a final eliminator for the IBF World Heavyweight Championship, held, of course, by Mr. Oleksandr Usyk. So all eyes on the winner of this one on that main event on Saturday night. And what a brilliant matchup it is as well. The Cuban Flash, Frank Sanchez, been out the ring for a little while now, needs to get back in the groove. This is chance to make a big statement and lock in a shot, but the man standing in his way, the charismatic, the confident Olympic silver medalist, the southpaw, with all the pedigree behind him, Richard Torres Jr. here himself to make a big statement in this heavyweight division and cement himself as the #1 challenger with the IBF. Frank, let's come to you straight away. Been out the ring for a little while, been a frustrating period in your career, but do you see this as an opportunity to remind the heavyweight division exactly who Frank Sanchez is?
Frank, estaba una periodo un poquito de frustración, sin peleas, pero tú tienes una oportunidad de regresar al ring. ¿Qué te piensas de esta pelea y qué te vas a hacer el sábado?
Nada, esta va a ser una buena pelea. Vengo a ganar y a tomar la posición que merezco, ¿no? Y nada, a ser el primer campeón cubano en los heavyweight.
I just want to get back to where I belong, get back to my spot, and be the first Cuban heavyweight champion.
And Frank, what do you think of Richard Torres Jr.? What do you think of the confidence, but how do you see yourself beating him on Saturday night in the ring?
Frank, ¿qué te piensas de tu oponente, de Richard Torres? ¿Y cómo te vas a ganar en sábado?
Nada, Richard Torres, veo que es un boxeador bien agresivo, ¿no? Pero no es técnico. Yo tengo toda la técnica y todo y el estilo para derrotarlo el sábado.
All right, he's a great boxer, but I'm a most technical boxer, and I'll show that on Saturday.
Okay, thank you. Frank, might come back to you just for a final prediction, or maybe not if we don't get time. Let's bring in Richard Torres Jr. Richard, I think fair to say, look, the fight was meant to happen earlier on in the year. Been a little bit of a frustrating period for you over the last 6 months, but here we are back on the big stage. I talk about fighters who have had a smile on their face all week. You've been up to all sorts, doing magic tricks in the media day room, but ready now to rock and roll on Saturday night. A hugely important fight this in your career and your story.
Yeah, you know, I think the hard work's been done. I've been in camp since January. I've been in camp for 5 months, and I can't wait to get in the ring. I couldn't wait in March, and that got postponed. But now it's very much so time to show what I've been working on and how hard I've been in this camp.
And I think the original quote that you made in the press release when the fight was first made is that a fight with Frank Sanchez allows you to show your true style at its best, tenacity and grit. Why do you think all of those things are going to be important for you if you are to beat a fighter like Frank Sanchez on Saturday?
Well, I think in order to show your skill, you have to go against someone that's also skillful. I'm not in the game to just try to beat up on someone. I want the hard fights. I want to be able to show that I'm supposed to be here and be on top of the world. And I think that Frank Sanchez is a formidable opponent who's been there with some incredible competition, and I want to show that I'm right there with him.
And how do you believe it ends, Richard? 30 knockouts between you. We love the drama of the heavyweight division. What is in your mind the perfect way to lock in your shot at the World Heavyweight Championship?
You know, I never go into the fight anymore trying to go for the knockout, because if I go for it, it never comes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to show and I'm just going to perform. I'm going to be the best Richard Torres I can be come Saturday night, and that's going to be enough.
Okay, thank you, Richard. Do not blink in that one. A final eliminator for the IBF World Heavyweight Championship. Frank Sanchez, the Cuban Flash, 28-1 with 18 knockouts against the unbeaten Southpaw, 14-0, of course, Olympic silver medalist, flying the flag for USA here in Egypt this weekend in the heavyweight division. Richard Torres Jr., what a brilliant matchup that is. And also on the card this weekend, the WBA regular world welterweight title is on the line in this one between two slick operators at the top of their game. It is, however, Matchroom versus Matchroom, so it seems only fitting to grab a quick word from promoter Eddie Hearn. Eddie, as you said at the start there, you don't typically like putting your fighters in together, but as I just said as well, this is two top operators at the top of their game. May the best man win.
Yeah, it's a brilliant matchup, an unexpected matchup, because it's two guys that have really lost their patience in waiting. I mean, Shakram Giasov has been waiting and waiting. He's been the #1 contender. You know, firstly, he allowed Boots to fight Stanionis, then was set to fight the winner. Obviously, Boots moved up to 154 pound. They should have ordered Rolly against Giasov. He was trying to make a fight with Devin and others. And then all of a sudden, Jack Catterall, you know, we know the history, should be an undisputed champion, was already #1 to Devin Haney. I don't think he's listening, so obviously Devin didn't want that fight because he thought it was too difficult. And, you know, both guys basically said that we're avoided. And Shakram Giasov and Jack Catterall are avoided fighters. So they're fighting each other. And I think they need a lot of credit for that, because they don't want to hang around. It's easy to wait 6 months for a governing body to call a mandatory, but why mess around? Just get the fight made, and the winner of this, we got the order today from the WBA, will fight Rolly Romero. So it's a brilliant fight. You know, Jack is a world-class fighter. Shakram was one of the top amateur fighters from Uzbek. He's a hero in that country, undefeated as a professional as well. You know, it's a really, really high-level matchup.
Okay, let's hear from the fighters then. Firstly to Shakram Giasov with our translator Max here. We welcome you as well. Good to see you as always, my friend. Shakram, how motivating is it and how exciting is it that you are now so close to achieving your dream of becoming world champion, a dream that is so important to you?
Shakram, приветствуем тебя. Насколько ты мотивирован и вот уже близок этот сбывшаяся мечта, возможно, стать чемпионом мира? Насколько это важно для тебя?
Assalamu alaikum, guys. I am happy to be here. I have more motivation. I'm waiting a long time. I'm waiting 8 years. This day, this fight, this belt. You know, I'm ready. Inshallah, I do it. Inshallah.
And you have said this week, Shakram, as well, that you have chased Rolly Romero for a long time. In your opinion, why has this fight not happened yet?
Ты очень долго ждал Rolly Romero. Почему ты думаешь, все-таки этот бой не состоялся?
I don't know. I think he's scared of me. You know, he's run.
Okay. Scared of Shakram Giasov, a man who has told us all week that is certainly not the case for him, is El Gato himself, Mr. Jack Catterall. Jack, similar question to you. In the eyes of many, you've already been to the top of the sport in the world of boxing, but this is it now. These are the legacy fights for Jack Catterall against Shakram Giasov here on the world stage on Saturday night. Where do you believe victory leads you, and what makes this an important fight in your story?
Yeah, first off, very grateful to be here and fighting on Saturday on such a brilliant card. And this is a massive fight for me on Saturday. A great opponent in Shakram, but one that I've worked too hard for to be denied that belt on Saturday.
What do you rate about him, Jack, as a fighter, Shakram Giasov, all round as a package?
Yeah, I think he's a good fighter. I don't think he's had the breakout performances against top-level guys. He's obviously achieved a lot in the amateurs, but I've prepared hard, I've trained well, and no matter what he brings Saturday, I'm taking that belt.
And second half, what do you believe makes you the superior fighter? And like I say, how do you see yourself winning as well?
Just the hard work that's put in camp. I believe in myself, my skills, my ability. And when it comes down to it, I'm better in all the departments.
Shakram, Jack says he's better in every department. Do you believe this is the toughest test of your career to date so far?
Yes, maybe, yeah. It is for me good experience. It's for me. He's a good fighter. He's a good boxer, good man. I respect him. But I'm also ready. I'm a long time fighting this fight. I'm all my life, you know. I'm 100% ready.
Okay, Shakram Girsov against Jack Cattrall. What a brilliant matchup that is in the welterweight division. And of course, on Saturday night, that will lead us in nicely to the chief support. The vacant WBO World Super Middleweight Championship is on the line between Hamza Shiraz and Alim Begic as well of Germany. A belt held by so many great fighters, of course, Canelo Alvarez, but most recently the man in the front row down there, Terence Bud Crawford, in attendance here as well this evening. Here we go then. What a great fight this is, and what a great opportunity this is for Hamza Shiraz to follow in the footsteps of many British fighters this year so far in 2026 who have had very special nights, the likes of Dalton Smith, Josh Kelly, and of course Daniel Dubois recapturing heavyweight gold. Here we go, Hamza. This is it. I mean, I joked to Spencer Brown there, what a week it's been. Arsenal recapturing the Premier League title. Sorry, Spurs fans, but for you as well, when you think about the young lad who walked into that boxing gym at 8 years old, to be on a stage like this with the chance to achieve greatness and become world champion, is this pretty much the fairy tale stuff?
Yeah, first and foremost, I'd like to thank the Almighty Allah for giving us the opportunity to be here today. I'd like to thank His Excellency, always and forever grateful to him. But yeah, listen, this is what dreams are made of. You know, this is what dreams are made of. Inshallah, capturing my first world title Saturday night with the help of Andy Lee, my team, and everyone involved. You know, massive thanks to them. And yeah, man, let's make history.
And you said there as well about Andy Lee, you can become Andy Lee's first world champion as a trainer in his brilliant career so far that's unfolding. But it seems like an improved version of Hamza Shiraz, not only up at 168 pounds, but the work you've been doing with Andy Lee. We saw that against Edgar Berlanga as well. Why do you believe this is your time now, Hamza?
Because it's just one of them things, there's timings, you know. I feel like the stars are aligning. I feel like it's a meant-to-be moment. And everything we're doing in the gym, we're keeping it simple. It's working as well. So just got to listen to him, use my imagination, and yeah, just crack on, man.
Alim, welcome. What a massive opportunity for you as well. You're 36 minutes away from achieving greatness yourself. Can you find the words to tell everyone here, tell the world watching live on DAZN, what it will mean to you to become world champion on Saturday night?
First of all, I want to thank you guys being here, supporting us in this beautiful place of history in Egypt. And many thanks to His Excellency, Silla Sports, Egypt, and the amazing Egyptian people here. I had the opportunity to visit an hospitality for children of cancer, and there I could spend change some words with the people who live here, and they have trouble with some other situations in their life. But I have to be ready, and I'm happy to be here on this stage.
What do you think, Alim, of the man in the opposite corner, Hamza Shiraz, very well thought of in the UK? What do you believe you're going to have to do to become world champion on Saturday?
When it comes to Hamza, Hamza's a world-class talent, world-class boxer, and the future of boxing. And believe it or not, love him or hate him, he will definitely be world champion one day. But from my side, Saturday will be my moment to shine, because I worked so hard this year. These years, for this moment, to get the opportunity to be here. I never could imagine to perform on this stage, in this beautiful place, on this card, supporting or being with these top elite fighters, Also, sitting next to Eddie Hearn, the king of banter. So, but yeah, unfortunately, I could see Frank Warren anywhere. So I think he's still celebrating Arsenal winning the Premier League or picking some curtains by IKEA. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, when it comes to Hamza, yes, I will be ready, and exciting to share the ring with him on Saturday night.
For you, Hamza, I know you give every opponent the respect they deserve, but ultimately, when it comes to it, I know you're not one for trash talk either, but in all honesty, what do you believe this man won't be able to live with in the ring on Saturday?
Just everything I do. Everything I do. Listen, when it comes to fight week and you're seeing your opponent and whatnot, everyone's confident when they see me, because I'm not really an intimidating fella looking at me. Do you know what I mean? What you see, skin and bones. But as soon as you get in the ring, it's a different story. It's a different story, and yeah, he'll find out Saturday night for sure, inshallah. And the new man, let's go.
Okay, can't wait for that one. Your chief support on Saturday night, Alan Begic of Germany against Hamza Shiraz for the vacant WBO World Super Middleweight Championship. We are now going to bring all the undercard fighters to the front of the stage for a face-off. That was the press conference. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow at the weigh-in. Thank you.
There you go. Well done to Jamie Ward as well, by the way, hosting not one, not two, but I guess in theory 3 press conferences. You're up there as well, Mike. Mike Coppinger's with us in studio doing your stuff, interviewing some of the prelim fighters. Malik, I want to bring you in. On Hamza Shiraz, I mean, I think he has absolutely everything. And I think the switch to Andy Lee, which is never easy to switch trainers, to realize, okay, I need something else to be added to my arsenal, but then to go and do what he did against Edgar Berlanga in Queens. I feel like the 168-pound division is wide open for business now, and he could be in a super fight very, very soon if he wins on Saturday.
Absolutely. Now, I believe out of that Saturday is about not actually to see what type of level that Hamza's on, because we all know he's a good fighter, but it's actually to see how he's going to handle this opponent. This championship fight, the stage is set for him to take. We want to see if he's able to do it, because like you just said, there's so many bigger and better fights out there for him.
Yeah, all the fighters here are going to face off. Mike, on Hamza, we're going to talk a bit about Canelo later. I guess that's almost the carrot that's been dangled in front of Hamza's face, isn't it? If you win, obviously Canelo and Billy potentially in the autumn, you could be in the Canelo sweepstakes.
Yeah, absolutely, Ade, because that Canelo Alvarez fight was being set up for Hamza before he fought Edgar Berlanga and before Canelo was upset by Terrence Crawford, so that went away, but there's no reason why he can't be revisited next year with a win over Mbili. And 168 division right now is stacked. I mean, Jose Iglesias is the boxing boogeyman in my opinion.
Yeah.
You have a lot of really good fighters there right now. Jaime Munguia had a nice win, so I think it's one of the best divisions in boxing.
Yeah, Diego Pacheco, young Diego, who we want to see go.
Yes.
He could be one in line as well. Daniel Lapin here, part of Oleksandr Usyk's team. I almost feel like he was on almost a steamship, like a spaceship, and then he fought Louis Edmondson. I remember in Wembley, and it wasn't the best performance, and I feel like they've slowed it down a little bit, Mike.
Yeah, they really have, and of course, his father trains Usyk, his brother Sergey Lapin, Usyk's advisor. He has the pedigree there, and anytime you're fighting alongside Usyk and his cards, you're going to get a lot of backing, right? He's going to be on a lot of big events going forward, and he has to capitalize now.
And Usyk puts a lot behind him, too. He actually gives this kid passion. He teaches him. He wants the best for him. And I spent a lot of time with him in Dubai. He trains hard, but like you said, against Emerson, it was, to me, I would say, D-plus performance. But after that, he came back and got a first-round knockout, I believe, 2 months ago. So he's back, and we're going to see what he do Saturday.
I almost feel like a lot of the boxing fraternity didn't know who Mizuki Hiruta was until they saw her collect the Ring Magazine Female Fighter of the Year award, and everyone started to do their Googles, and everyone realized just how special she is, Mike. I mean, you guys voted her as the Female Fighter of the Year, and there are a lot of contenders. I know why you did.
Yeah, and she caught everyone's attention at the Ring Awards with her speech. Yeah. I mean, she has star power. You see the appeal. She has some swag to her, right? So, and she has a great fighting style. She's always in exciting fights, and fighting an Egyptian at the Pyramids, great opportunity for her.
We were trying to work out if Mai Solomon is the younger sister of Sam Solomon. We still haven't worked it out. We'll let you know tomorrow. The big boys. I feel like every single card has to have a heavyweight fight. Yes. And this is 2 guys that are on the cusp of, I think, that top 10 discussion. Frank Sanchez and Richard Torres. Malik, this is your former division. Take it away.
I'm very, very big on Torres. I think this fight, but I'm also, I respect Sanchez too, but I haven't seen Sanchez look too good since his fight against Effie Ajaba.
That's a long time ago.
And then he fought Junior Fa. He had a good fight against Junior Fa, but I believe Richard Torres' style, he's an overachiever. He do a lot for his size. He's a southpaw. He get to you with the lead hand the same way Oleksandr Usyk do. There's a lot of feigning going on. I believe he's a pain in the butt for any heavyweight in the world.
If Richard Torres wins, there's only one way to go. You can't go backwards anymore. He cracks into that top 10. It's big fights. It's tough fights.
Yeah, actually right now, Richard Torres is the only American in the Ring Magazine top 10 at heavyweight. Wow. So he's saying that he actually wants to fight Moses. Everyone else does not want want to fight him. I actually believe Torres. He has the pedigree, Olympic silver medalist, really fun style, always coming forward. I think he has the opportunity here to take out Frank Sanchez in similar fashion to the way Guy Caballel did. They're actually both pressure fighters.
This is a really good welterweight fight, this one. Shakram Giasov, very good amateur, unbeaten. Jack Catterall, who should have been undisputed at 140. That's a story for another time. Moves up to 147. Really good win over Eko Usman, Malik. This will be the big one, though. You win this, you get a regular title, and everyone starts talking about you maybe having a real world title crack.
Absolutely, and it's always like everything that is missing from Catterall is that he's never became a world champion yet. I believe he's going to take full advantage of this opportunity. His opponent is a very tough guy. He's fought 2 or 3 or 4 southpaws, and he fights southpaws very well. This may be fight of the night, possibly. This fight right here may have the potential to be fight of the night.
Yeah, 2 unbeaten fighters, both of them, the only blemish is both have draws. Hamza Shiraz, who almost just, I think, is taking the world by storm at the moment because he speaks well, he fights well. Alan Begic, we don't know too much about, but he's unbeaten and we have to give him the respect.
Yeah, you do, but, you know, Hamza Shiraz, this is really about getting a title, right? I mean, he had one opportunity to fight for a title at 160 against Carlos Adames, controversial draw. Everybody thought Adames won. And Hamza, I don't know how this guy ever made 160 out of it. Look at the size of this guy.
I don't know how he made 154.
I mean, he'll be at 175, if not higher, one day soon, I think. And like you said, he has all the ingredients to be a superstar. He has the look. He's, you know, he's a great talker. He has a great fighting style, and he can punch. And he needs another knockout here on Saturday.
Yeah, he certainly does. So many big fights coming your way on DAZN in the coming weeks and months. The best way to watch them all is to sign up to DAZN Ultimate.
The first rule of DAZN Ultimate. The first rule. You do not pay-per-view. You do not. You do not pay-per-view.
Do not pay-per-view.
The Ultimate Fight Night is here. Second rule, DAZN Ultimate is. Second rule, you don't pay-per-view.
Because Ultimate gives you a minimum of 12 pay-per-view fights a year.
At no extra cost.
You do not pay per view. Join us ringside and welcome to DAZN Ultimate.
Yeah, best way, sign up to DAZN Ultimate now so you don't miss any of these, and you save a couple of quid in your back pocket as well. Oleksandr Usyk versus Rico Verhoeven at the Pyramid this Saturday. Can't wait for it. And then what this one? Tommy Fury versus the former world's strongest man, Eddie Hall. I mean, that's crazy. It's fun. I'm going to tune in for it. I'm certainly tuning in for this one. Xander Zayas versus Boots Ennis. What an incredible fight in the 154-pound division in New York, June 27th, around the World Cup time. So New York's going to be buzzing. And then AJ is back. He takes on Christian Prenga as he leads on to, fingers crossed, a fight with Tyson Fury. That one Saturday, July 25th. All right, Mike, as I said, is in studio because we're about to talk about another big superstar returning to the ring. I feel like we were spoiled with Canelo. We had September, May. He takes out May, and I'm like, where is Canelo? We feel like he will be back against Christian Mbili sometime in the autumn. No date specified yet, but Canelo is back.
Yeah, I mean, he's not just a superstar, he's the superstar right out. He's the face of boxing, even after the loss to Terrence Crawford. And with Canelo Alvarez, you know you're going to get action every time. You're going to have a really big event. And in this fight with Christian Mbili, I mean, it's a fantastic action fight. We're talking about a guy in Christian Mbili who's pressure. He's going to try to break Canelo down, and Canelo loves that, right? He can lay on the ropes, counter like James Toney. I love this fight.
See, Canelo, what's the goal now, Malik? I mean, it's the guy that has more money than sense. It's the guy that has more belts than I've got real belts, right?
Yes.
He's got everything. What is the aim now? Is it, okay, I'm going to go and collect them all one by one again and become undisputed?
I wish I could have a better answer for you besides the word legacy, but even considering legacy, he's already a legend. He's already had a mean legacy run. But one thing I wanted to point out is everybody, when it comes to Mbili, he came on the show, inside the ring, right? So when he comes on the show, I asked him, what did he learn from the Lester fight? And you know what he said? I learned that I have to put more pressure. I said, what? Wow. So that goes to show his mentality going against Canelo. He don't have an identity crisis. He's going to be himself, and by him being himself, that's going to make the fight a money guarantee barn burner. I'm looking forward to it.
What we have seen with Canelo, when you think of the defeats, he's always been able to kind of refocus and come back again. Floyd Mayweather went on a run. Bivol went on a run. And now you're thinking Terrence Crawford, could he, even at this later stage in his career, go on another run?
I don't see why not. I mean, Canelo Alvarez, he lost to Terrence Crawford, who's a great fighter. I know he moved up 2 weight classes, but I didn't think Canelo looks that diminished in there.
No.
He still was firing shots. He's still throwing combinations. And I want to see more combinations from Canelo. And look, I just think it's what Tom Brady says, right? If you love something that much, you just do it as long as you can. Canelo loves boxing. He's been doing it as a pro since 15 years old.
Yeah, we're almost spoiled, aren't we? Like Canelo is back, and that's the reason I was trying to say to Crawford, come on, one more time, Crawford, because I still feel like that is the fight we still need to see again. I'm not mad at seeing that again. Maybe Canelo, maybe you get a couple of big wins, you tempt Crawford out of retirement, and then we run that again.
Yes, I think that's more easier said than done in theory from us, right? But tonight I looked into Crawford's eyes, and out of everyone in my life that have told me they retired, I've never believed no one more than him. I wouldn't be shocked if he's really done with it. We won't see him back in the ring. And granted, it's really deserving. All his life he's put into boxing, the crab, the tears, the pain, everything. So he deserved, and him leaving, I don't know no one that left on more of a higher horse than Bud Crawford. Like, he really did. A win against Canelo like that, and it's not that he just won, it's how he did it. And it's the way he did it with humility and then left all riding to the sunset. Very impressive.
Very impressive indeed. Canelo has touched down in Egypt. There is a press conference scheduled for Saturday. That is in the future. The now is Oleksandr Usyk versus Rico Verhoeven. Today was the press conference. Tomorrow is weigh-in. Fight night on Saturday. We're going to the pyramids, people, and it's going to be a crazy event. We'll see you tomorrow.
In a world of rules, one fight breaks them all. Two champions, two disciplines, one question. Who will be champion of champions? Usyk, the master technician. Rico, the greatest kickboxer of his generation. A new legend will be forged. Usyk versus Rico. May 23rd. Watch only on DAZN.